About 4.6 billion years ago, the Earth was born. 3.5 billion years ago, fungus and algae appeared. 400 million years ago, primary plants were seen on land. Human beings were born approximately 3 million years ago. 2,000 years ago, Homo sapiens walked out of Africa. 10,000 years ago, mankind embraced the dawn of civilization. If we put the Earth, the plants, and human beings on the same timeline, it seems that human beings who rule the world today have only existed for mere seconds. But the gene to coexist with the Earth and to cohabit with the green world has always led the evolving footsteps of human beings. Sunshine, earth, water, and plants are the source and essence of all life. A complete ecological cycle and a green ecological environment are the most valuable treasure gifted by nature. The landscape in China is especially blessed by nature. Behind the vast stretches of plains, the deep rolling rivers, and every green and primitive scenery, there hides the hard work and perseverance of a group of ordinary people. The Shennongjia Forestry District in central China's Hubei province lies between Yangtze River and Hanshui River. It is a national natural reserve extending an area of 3,253 square kilometers, a representation of primeval forests in China. Dense forests and towering ancient trees can be found here. The diverse climatic conditions provide a good environment for the growth of more than 3,700 kinds of plants, and a natural habitat for more than 1,000 species of wildlife. It is a first heritage site in China enlisted by 3 conservation organizations: UNESCO's World Network of Biosphere Reserves, Global Geoparks Network, and World Heritage Sites. Its greatest features include its seclusion and the towering, dense trees. For a long time, this area has never exploited, retaining its archaic primitiveness. The Muyu town is a core area of Shennongjia. Wang Ming is the head of the Muyu Management and Conservation Center. Liu Ping is an ecological ranger. As winter approaches, the pair of them once again start their journey towards the mountains. In 2020, affected by the cold wave, the first snow arrived suddenly in November. In different seasons, Wang Ming and Liu Ping also screen for possible pests in the forest and submit reports in a timely manner. In an era of big data, everything that happens in the forest can be valuable resources to the research organizations. The complete green ecology in Shennongjia makes it a paradise for plants and animals.
原来是开发神农架，现在是保护神农架。原来是拿起斧头在进行采伐，现在是放下斧头，我们那一辈人的话在进行保护。
Advanced technology not only assists in monitoring the status of wild animals and plants in the forest, but also hugely enhances the management and conservation of the forest. As a reserve directly administered by Hubei Province, Shennongjia and Muyu Management and Conservation Center play a key role. Emerging from the midst of Shennongjia and flying 1,100 kilometers to the northeast, we arrive at the Pearl Lake in Mentogo district of Beijing. A pool of azure blue hidden in the valley of Taihang Mountains. It is a beautiful scenery nestling in western suburbs of Beijing, dubbed Beijing's Green Lawn and Small Three Gorges. The Pearl Lake has a length of 9 kilometers and a catchment area of 5 square kilometers. To such a water-scarce city like Beijing, it is self-evident that the water storage function of the lake plays a role in regulating urban ecology. Li Haifeng and his family live in Xinhua village at the lake area. In the past, they lived in Zhuwao village, 1 kilometer away. To support the reservoir construction, they moved to Xinhua village near the lake zone. In the past, people have limited awareness of protecting the surrounding environment. They did not think of over 700 apricot trees inside the lake zone until it was time to pick the fruits. Since the 1990s, people's awareness of environmental protection has been raised. The concept of green lifestyle is gradually popularized in Xinhua village. Nowadays, the few hundreds of apricot trees have become the treasure for all villagers. Now, the greenery of the entire Pearl Lake and the coverage of forest area are still expanding. Benefited by the restoration of the wetland ecosystem, the survival rate of plants is increasing. The wet period of Pearl Lake has elongated. Vegetation is seen all around the hills.
现在呢，这个树，你看树长起来了，慢慢变绿了，而且呢，现在这个树木一多了，水质也好了。
With increasing awareness of environmental protection, nowadays, Beijingers have already been liberated from the sandy weather and smog of the past. They can enjoy a brighter sky and greener trees in a better living environment. Going 2,400 kilometers westwards from the Pearl Lake, we arrive at Kaunas. At the highest point of the rooster tail of Chinese map in the northwestern territory of China, there exists a mysterious and beautiful place. Azure lake water, forests in vibrant colors, and blazingly white snow mountains shape Kaunas's unique and ecological natural landscape. Deep inside this magnificent landscape is a forest stretching over 10,000 square kilometers. Made up of Siberian spruces, Korean pine trees, firs and larches, and a mountain meadow dotted with Siberian bellflowers, Viola artaica and Trunlus artaicus. The 4 seasons in Kaunas are all spectacular in their own ways. The autumn is undoubtedly the most beautiful. It is also the busiest season for Zhangzhiling. At the end of September, people from all over the world pour in. To avoid any accident in the forest in Kaunas, and to ensure the vast area of hills and lakes remain intact, are Zhang's main responsibilities. He and his colleagues used to walk dozens of kilometers a day to patrol the mountains, without going home for a whole week. Now, he equips himself with a gadget for forest preservation, a drone, to inspect dozens of square kilometers around the mountains, forests, and lakes. With its help, Zhang is able to see further and wider. But even so, he still has to ride a motorcycle 20 to 30 kilometers a day, patrolling Kaunas for a long-lasting healthy environment.
咱们一组出去转一转，看一看，看看什么病虫害、野生动物，或者是自然灾害，现在整个都保护起来了，不让采伐了，林子多一点。
Today, because of its unique landform, Kaunas becomes an iconic area of green ecology in China. Such unique creation of nature has also made it an important member of the National Natural Heritage List. Perhaps the soul of the earth is hidden among the stunning beautiful mountains, lakes, and forests. Bamboo forest in southern Sichuan province is famous for its bamboo. It is a model for conserving the water and earth in the middle and upper reaches of Yangtze River. Crouching tiger, hidden dragon, an Oscar-winning film by Ang Lee, was shot in this location. The beautiful bamboo sea and its rhythmic waves has enlightened Ang Lee's film a great deal. This is also where the thrilling Chinese Shanshui, mountains and water painting of the Beijing 2008 Summer Olympics was taken. Today, this place has already become the most famous attraction and is jokingly called as the International Window of Bamboo Forest in southern Sichuan. Hu Xiaoping is a local inhabitant of the bamboo forest. Because he knows martial arts, he's called the Knight Errant of the bamboo forest. His ancestors have acquainted with bamboo for generations. Hu Xiaoping conceals most of his passion for bamboo in his daily life. From conveying water down the slopes to the making of bamboo baskets and dustpans, from the bamboo dragonfly beloved by children to the building of houses, as well as everyday meal. These are all significantly related to bamboo. Bamboo is a kind of fast-growing plant. Thus, regular maintenance and logging are crucial to the metabolism of bamboo forest. If you live on a mountain, you live off the mountain. While receiving the gifts from the bamboo forest, the locals are motivated to preserve this piece of greenery. Playing a key part in protecting the green ecology of Yangtze River, bamboo forest in southern Sichuan and its nearby bamboo forests have become a significant geographical icon of the Green China. Departing from the bamboo forest in southern Sichuan besides Yangtze River, we travel for 2,400 kilometers towards the northwest and arrive at Shaya, Xinjiang Uyghur Autonomous Region. There is a legendary kind of tree called poplar. The Tarim River winds 2,100 kilometers through the desert. Vegetation here is severely scarce. Each and every plant is precious. However, in the Tarim River basin grows the world's largest natural poplar forest belt. Legend has it that poplar trees can survive 1,000 years. The tree will remain upright and immortal for another 1,000 years. Poplar forest is the most distinctive scenery in western China.
主要任务就是我们胡杨林巡护、后勤观测。
It is Tian Zhuqiang's task to take an inspection tour around the forest by helicopter every day. His job looks like an enviable one. Actually, it is not as good as it appears. He knows the weight of his responsibilities. His inspection area is a core section of the midstream of Tarim River. From mid-September to mid-November, it is a critical period to prevent poplar forest fire. In the latter half of 2020, rainfall is little in the Tarim River basin. In autumn, under the scorching sun, dry branches and fallen leaves are more liable to trigger fires. Autumn is the best season to appreciate the beautiful poplar forest. Explorers and photographers tend to flock here. The fire danger rating is high. It requires effective fire prevention measures. Therefore, Tian Zhuqiang always keeps a watchful eye on the area during inspection. After 2 hours of inspection, his eyes felt very dry, because his mission was to keep the poplar forest intact. The poplar forest appears far more beautiful against the sunset. The poplar forest in Tarim River Basin is nature's ultimate gift to human beings. As long as we reserve the green in the desert, we will harvest the most vibrant golden forest ever seen. Namso in Tibet and Tarim River in Shaya are only separated by the Kunlun Mountains, but the distance is as far as 1,400 kilometers. From a bird's eye view, the majority of the area is composed of desert, high-altitude meadow, and snow mountains. Namso is located at northern Tibet on Qinghai Tibet Plateau, sitting at an altitude of 4,718 meters above sea level. It is the third largest saltwater lake in China. It is rich in salt that cattle and sheep need. But overconsumption of the lake water and the lakeside grass will disrupt its fragile ecological cycle. Deki Tormo is a herder born and raised at Namso Lake. Her everyday work is to graze more than 500 sheep and 100 yaks, which constitutes the majority of her family's assets and wealth. On this summer pasture, they have to work here till the snow comes in September, when they will return to the opposite shore of the lake 160 kilometers away. In order to find fresh grass for the cattle and sheep, Deki Tormo needs to walk more than 20 kilometers every day. Sometimes, to prevent the livestock from drinking the lake water for a long time, she needs to walk further away.
我深深地拜了的阿妈来给他去烧来上烧，带进了我心。
The water of Namso Lake, with its surrounding pasture, is a result of the evolution of nature after hundreds of thousands of years. It is also the inevitable outcome of the herdsman's respect for life and their care for nature. In contrast with Namso and Shaya, the Yangtze River meanders through Yibin, Sichuan province, and creates a totally different ecological scenery. Namso is 1,300 kilometers away from Yibin. There's a unique ancient forest dubbed the Jurassic Jungle. Yibin is located in a subtropical monsoon climate zone, with a diversity of plant species. The Shayacea spinalosa is a type of tree fern, considered as the ancestor of plants. It has lived in the same era with dinosaurs. Therefore, it is also known as a living fossil in the plant world. The Shayacea spinalosa is highly sensitive to geological soil and climate. They can hardly survive if the conditions are not perfect. Right now, there are already several Shayacea spinalosa protected areas in Yibin. The trees have witnessed the improvement of ecological environment in Upper Yangtze River. It also illustrates the harmonious coexistence between nature and mankind. This is Lijiang River in Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region, China. The evergreen vegetation and towering ancient trees embrace the villages along the river. There is a saying, Guilin has the best scenery in the world, while Lijiang River has the best scenery in Guilin. In 2005, Huang Nongdi, a migrant worker, came back to his hometown, Xinping. This is the middle of Lijiang River, and also the location of the scene depicted on the back of China's 20 yuan banknote. It is one of the proudest moments when he rows across the river every day. For a long time, the water of Lijiang River and the vegetation on the shores have been fully protected. At a length of 437 kilometers, with a highlighted section of 87 kilometers, the Green Corridor attracts admirers from all over the world. In July 1998, the former U.S. President Bill Clinton visited Lijiang River and Xinping Township. At the fishing plaza in town, he made the famous speech about environmental protection. No place in China is more evocative of the beauty of your country than Guilin. The stunning mountains along the Li River are instantly familiar to millions and millions of Americans. This is where Wang and many more live, a place highly complimented and spectacular. If we view from space again, the beauty of the earth is transfigured into shades of green. The vibrancy of life and the prosperity of nature are hinted in this dazzling green.